Let me give you some more specific words to avoid and keep out of your reports. Part of your homework might be to look for these words. Problem, deficiencies, defects, adverse conditions, issues, and concerns. All negative connotations designed to scare off the already jittery first-time buyer. Better to use words like observations, recommendations, conditions, findings. A, it makes you sound more like the consultant that you are, and B, it doesn't scare the heck out of people. By the way, in my opinion, home inspectors are not in the problems business, although we think of finding problems. I suggest that we are in the solutions business. We are helping people put themselves in a position where their house will keep them warm, safe, and dry. Okay, other words to avoid. This is the liability slippery slope. Satisfactory, acceptable, serviceable, structurally sound, functioning as intended, functioning as designed. Let me respectfully submit, we don't know whether it's functioning as intended. The furnace comes on when you turn the thermostat up. Great. Does it keep you warm on the coldest day of the year? I have no freaking idea. I turn the shower on and it seems to work just fine. Does it spray water everywhere and cause a flood when a person is standing in the shower? I know very few home inspectors who stand in the shower to test it. I know of a lot of roofs that have absolutely no leakage problems when it hasn't rained for 2 weeks. You should not be saying any of these words. If you need to say something about stuff that seems okay, don't go any further than no issues noted. Okay? There's another part of that sentence I'm going to leave out because we'll pick that up in another slide. This is so much fun. Here we go. No defects noted at the time of the inspection. First of all, go through your reports and see if you say at the time of the inspection, and then tell me what other time you think the client might have been thinking you were talking about. What other time could you be talking about? Of course you're talking about at the time of the inspection. You were only there for the inspection. This phrase doesn't make any sense. It doesn't add any value. It wastes your client's time. Not a huge deal, not a big offense, but if we're eliminating clutter, we may as well eliminate as much as we can. Okay. 2 comments here. First of all, don't make it personal. But secondly, I'd rather it not be opinion. I'd rather it be fact. I'd rather what you put in your reports be defendable and authoritative. And you can go back and point to the source where you got that information from. So I don't like words like amateurish, sloppy, and homeowner repair. They're personal. They're a bit insulting. By the way, do sellers ever read your reports? In my world, yeah, they do. So if I'm going to tell the seller that he's a sloppy amateur, I've just offended him. Did I mean to? Did I want to? Probably not. What I would prefer is if something's broke, describe it. Is it loose, uneven, poorly secured, inoperative, out of plumb, whatever? Those are real measurable words. You can prove that it was out of plumb with a plumb level. You can say it's poorly secured because there's one screw holding the door hinge in place and the hinge is pulling away. Whatever it is, just the facts, ma'am, would be fine. Okay? Ah, yes. Words that add nothing. There's another variation to at the time of the inspection at this time. Here's another one. Visible evidence of rodent activity was observed in the attic area. Well, first of all, if it's evidence, by definition, it's visible. You don't need the word visible. And then secondly, the attic is the attic. What do you mean the attic area? Innocent little things that, remember when I said earlier, the more we write, the more we screw it up because we're not trained technical writers? This is all stuff that is noise, this interferes with you communicating to your client. I'm just asking you to cut down on the noise a little bit. The pier and beam foundation appear to have deficiencies that are beyond normal. Well, it's really terrifying when the beams have paranormal deficiencies because that's really spooky. What does this mean? The pier and beam foundation, are they broke? Do they need to be fixed? Are they sagging? Are they rotting? Are they not well secured to each other? What's the issue? I want you to go component, condition, implications, location, task, time. Please, please. I love this one. There are water leaks in the crawl space that need to be corrected. There are severely damaged joists in the northwest crawl space. So I need to correct the water leaks, but apparently I don't need to do anything about the severely damaged joists. And the water leaks are just in the crawl space in general, but the damaged joists are in the northwest part of the crawl space. Do you see the inconsistencies in there? This is what gets home inspectors into trouble. What do you think a defense attorney is going to do with that sentence? You are in trouble.